Uh-oh. Stinky poop. Ha 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 ha. Poopies. Funny. Poopies. Azalalalala ha ha. Funny poop. Poop funny. Wee, haha, yay. For poopy, good poopy. Poopy, funny, ha 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 ha. Poop, 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 funny, yay. Greetings, gentlemen. Today we're exploring smelly scents. Ones that offend your senses, but still, despite that, they can be worn in a real-life situation. And without further ado, Gucci, Guilty, Absolute. Bitter, woody, leathery, Immortelle. These are the odors that I can pick up from this scent, and it definitely reminds me of a rubber ball. Despite the brutal and sometimes unpalatable notes here, the fragrance seems whole, as in it seems to be blended really well. No single note really sticks out here. Alberto Morillas has come through with another masterpiece. Quite an unexpected one though. Will everyone enjoy this smell? Not at all. Will it command attention in the room? Definitely. Doesn't seem to last on me though. A couple of hours of projection and then really close skin scent for about 3 hours. Really surprising looking at the notes of this fragrance. The most interesting part in this fragrance to me is the brand, actually. Gucci. Usually I would expect something quite boring from them. For example, just Gucci Guilty, but this? Such a macho man's fragrance. But in light of that, Gucci Guilty Absolute seems to be discontinued and the prices are slowly climbing. I have like 5 bottles of it now. Let's continue with something more photorealistic and unisex. Molinard, Jasmine. I love Jasmine. Narcotic, heady, hits you right in the brain. At times it's dirty and naughty, at others sweet, jammy, and oh so inviting. This fragrance though is without of a shadow of a doubt indolic, meaning it has quite literally the molecules of poop in it. So it's considerably less sweet and inviting than most other representations of jasmine. More about indoles, they are molecules often found in white florals and feces. So to me it reminds of really bad morning breath. As I said, this one is not that sweet. Instead it's quite sharp, green, a bit unpalatable, but still retains that floral aspect to it. The odor here really depends on your skin type more than anything. On me it smells quite sharp. On you it may smell like a narcotic forbidden flower. Officially I believe it's a feminine fragrance, but in my opinion it's 100% unisex. It doesn't really even smell like a fragrance to me. It lasts on me for a moderate amount of time, a few hours, but the projection is decent. And I would recommend layering this with either some musks, maybe oud, or maybe even cigarettes. I've noticed lately that the smoke, it really softens these indoles and it highlights the nice parts, the pleasant parts of the fragrance. Next one's a real special fragrance. Histoires De Parfums 1740 Marquis de Sade. This one's primarily about earthy patchouli and a bit sour leather. This one has a characteristic Histoires De Parfums leather accord, a bit bready, almost yeasty, sour, and I love it. The fragrance can be unpleasant due to its dirtiness, but also due to its subject matter, Marquis de Sade, who is one hell of a character. Look it up. It does have quite a narcotic effect on me. Can't stop smelling it. While it doesn't smell like a modern man's fragrance, it's undoubtedly masculine and it will command attention wherever you go. I can easily imagine a successful man in a suit with a dark secret wearing this. Something akin to 50 Shades of Grey, for example. It lasts for a long time, 8 to 9 hours on me. Sillage is also pretty good. In my opinion, this is one of the better fragrances of the house and one of the most wearable fragrances in this list. So a strong recommendation from me. Etat Libre d'Orange, Rien, Intens, Incense. The main player here is a dark, bold incense with some aldehydes and maybe some greenness. No sweetness at all, just spicy, sparkly incense. Every time I wear this fragrance, I smell like a church. By the way, this one's on my regular winter rotation, so some people probably hate me by now. In my opinion, this has strong batyushka vibes. Some people say that this smells animalic. I'll have to strongly disagree. The most that I get here is formic acid, which really reminds me of my grandfather's photo studio. A super unique, incredibly cool fragrance with really good projection and longevity. Can't say it's really pleasant, but captivating it for sure is. And now bonus fragrances, ones that fit the description but for some reason I have opted to not put into the main list. And the first one is Etat Libre d'Orange Secretions Magnifiques. Milky, irisy seaweed. It's the fragrance that put Etat Libre d'Orange on the map, but it's not wearable at all. So obviously not in the list. Bogue de l'Or. Fresh melon, metallic rose, and seaweed. On a paper strip, it has a hypnotic effect on me, but on my skin, it goes really bad, really fast. And this one I almost bought while on vacation in Budapest. I probably should have, because now it's discontinued and I have such nice memories attached with this scent. Intens Hues Violet Delirium. It's a soft, chocolatey, milky aroma of barnyard. Lasts a ton and definitely grows on you over time. Unfortunately, it's been discontinued though. Not to mention the brand is not that big, so you probably won't find these fragrances online anymore. The good news though is that I think in the physical store in UK, he still sells the discontinued fragrances. So if you go there ever, check out Violet Delirium. Rammstein Zwinga. This is just bad. On a paper strip it does smell interesting. Mechanical, petrol-like, oily, but on my skin, oh boy. After just a couple of minutes of smelling interesting, if not nice, it just turns into a smell that's comparable to years of piss stains on a hobo's jeans. That's the smell that I get from it. So, on skin I hate it, not wearable at all. Frederick Malle, The Night. Skanky oud at its best. Smells kind of like scat. Incredibly offensive, but for some reason also really captivating. If I ever become filthy rich, I'll probably buy this bottle, just because. But for reference, it costs around $1,000 per bottle, so do you really want that? Probably not. And now a fragrance straight from the 80s that has become a cult classic at this point. Yves Saint Laurent Kouros. Aldehydic, soapy, musky, animalistic. I definitely can discern some odors here that are characteristic to more dated perfumes. Basically this is a fougere with a load of animalics here. Some say that this smells a bit like cat piss, and to a degree I'll have to agree with that. However, this fragrance, it will captivate everyone around you and it is a masterpiece. No doubts about that. Definitely unique, without a shadow of a doubt, classy, and definitely divisive. The legend goes that the perfumer, Pierre Bourdon, when commissioned with this scent, he was going through a love triangle. So his wife, him, and the new cute girl in the office. And this fragrance, in a way, is a representation of that moment in his life. Obviously not officially, but nevertheless. It's obviously a super masculine fragrance, but women can also pull it off. I actually like the way that Luca Turin has described it. Like most couture for women, Kouros is not meant to be helpful, but to measure how much strain your beauty can take. Overall, a legendary perfume, but most people will hate the smell of it. Chopard's Oud Malaki is another stinky fragrance you should check, but I talk about it in this video about spicy fragrances. See you there.